Hello, everybody, or the one person that's joining in to watch me. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but been nervous, but here I am. Launching a podcast, a YouTube channel entitled Ordinary Men, Everyday Wisdom. My name is Rudy, and I'll be the host. About me, I'm a dad of three. I love being a dad. I'm not always great at it, but love being a dad. I'm a husband to my amazing partner, Candace. Um, Love being a husband, not always great at it. I'm a certified coach. Pretty decent at that. I've been a certified coach for a while and working on my master's in executive and organizational coaching. And I'm a chief programs officer at a social services organization serving Alberta, BC, and Ontario at Taproot Community Support Services. Check us out at taproot.ca. I spent most of my adult life deeply curious about what it means to be a healthy man. What does it mean to be a healthy dad, a partner, and leader? I've read lots of books about it. I went to therapy for years, journaled, meditated, and try to always learn. And still far from perfect. I had some great role models along the way. My late dad, some friends, coworkers, some Indigenous elders that's given me some great teachings, and some great bosses along the way that showed me what healthy masculinity looks like. My dad was probably the most influential person in my life. He was a logger, a carpenter. He had no formal education, but I can honestly reflect and say he's passed on more wisdom to me than anyone that I've interacted with. And I say that to say, I believe there's real value in the ordinary man. Everyday guys living their best grounded lives with purpose and goodness. So the aim here is to have some pretty ordinary conversations that focus on men's wellness and what it means to be a healthy man. So we'll share conversations, some personal stories, hopefully some practical wisdom that help men live well and support each other, even in the struggling times. I mentioned that I've been working on my master's in executive and organizational coaching, and I was recently on site in Victoria at Royal Roads University, and we were going with a bunch of coaches, and we were discussing the importance of connection in coaching. And I think the shift that really took place for me while I was there is that I believe that the connection for coaching is important, but I also realize connection is important in life, especially connection for men. Because the statistics around isolation, mental health, loneliness, they aren't great. And I'm realizing that the connection to others isn't a nice to have. It is an absolute lifeline. I got to spend this time with other coaches and realize the importance of connection to them, connection to each other, connection to self. And when I think about men, I think about how this piece of connection is becoming more and more important and urgent. And I journey through thinking, what if this coaching mindset, coach approach is a way that we can view and take care of men? What if one of the biggest things that are hurting men's mental health isn't depression, anxiety, or stress? What if it's disconnection? Across Canada, men are reporting high levels of stress, loneliness, mental health struggles, yet they still don't seek support. We've created a culture where men believe that they need to figure things out on their own, stay strong, and have all the answers. But what if the answer isn't more advice? What if it's simply more connection? I came to this realization during the course that a coaching mindset can create space rather than trying to fix people. And that might be one of the most powerful tools that we can use to help men on their journey to mental health. Many men, including myself at times, We spend our lives solving problems. We fix things at work. We fix things at home. Maybe me not fixing things at home as much. And we fix things for our family and friends. But when it comes to our own struggles, the same mindset becomes a barrier. When we're hurting, we often look for quick solutions, distractions, or ways to push through. What we rarely do is stop and listen. Not because we're incapable of it, because many of us were never taught how. And the result is isolation. Men can be surrounded by people, and I've had this, and still feel completely alone. Not because no one cares, but because we don't feel safe enough or have been taught how to really figure out what's going on. This is where I believe coaching offers something different. Good coaching isn't giving advice. It's not telling someone what to do. And it's definitely not about being the smartest person in the room, or I would not be a certified coach. Instead, coaching starts with a simple belief. People already possess the wisdom that they need to meet their goals. The coach's role is simply to create space for that wisdom to emerge. That means asking questions instead of giving answers, listening more than speaking, being curious rather than judgmental, creating an environment where people can hear their own thoughts, feelings, and insights. Many men never get to experience this. They've experienced advice and maybe even some criticism. And they definitely experience people trying to fix them. But we've rarely experienced someone simply being present for us. Sometimes the most powerful thing that we can offer someone is being present, is to give them space. Connection does something remarkable. When we feel seen, heard, and understood, we become more connected to ourselves. When we are more connected to ourselves, we're better able to connect with the people around us, to our families, to our friends, our communities, and our purpose. This isn't about becoming more emotional or vulnerable for the sake of it. It's about becoming more human. It's about recognizing the strength isn't carrying everything on our own. Strength is having the courage to be honest with ourselves and allowing others to walk alongside of us. So maybe the future of mental health, isn't found in better advice. Maybe it's found in better conversations built on curiosity, conversations built on presence, conversations where men don't feel pressured to need to have to answer. Because when we stop trying to fix people and start creating space for connection, something powerful happens. People reconnect with their own wisdom. And sometimes that's exactly what we need to let the healing begin. I believe men are craving deeper conversations, deeper connections. And for me, this channel is a bit selfish because I want those things too. I want to build a space where men hold each other accountable, but in a kind, loving, gentle way. As we journey through this channel, it'll be pretty simple, pretty ordinary. I'll be able to share some learnings, hopefully have some conversations with men where they can share some of their learnings. It won't be a high production, just short 20 to 30-minute chats, sharing some of our tips and tricks and some personal insights. If you're supporting men or you know men that could benefit for some of these conversations, I encourage you to share the channel, share the podcast. And if you're a man, you're doing the work, you want to reach out, have better conversations, reach out. Let's chat. I'm excited, nervous, and grateful to have more of these conversations. It takes courage to step into these spaces, and any people that come along for the journey, I honor you. Let's learn together, build deeper connections, and pass on some everyday wisdom. Thanks for listening to Ordinary Men, Everyday Wisdom.